Hello, I'm Conor Murphy. On the 7th of November 1954, Castlemagner beat Ballinhassig in the Cork County Junior A Hurling Championship on the scoreline of Castlemagner 3-8, Ballinhassig 4-4. The team was as follows: Johnny Connell, Mick Shea, Dan McCarthy, Christy Connell, Dave Barry, Christy Sherlock, Paddy Tuig, Matty McAuliffe, Jackie Walsh, Mick Fitzgerald, Seamus Connell, Mick O'Hearn, Jack Manning, Ned Barrett, Dan Casey, Shawnee Curran, Betty Taylor and Dave McAuliffe. To mark the occasion, the following poem was written by Denis O'Donoghue entitled The Amber and Black. In the month of November 1954, our ribbons and banners resplendent we bore to the athletic grounds on a late autumn day. Castlemagner and Ballinhassig were listed to play. A crowd had converged on that well-tended ground, supporters of hurling the county around, to view a stern contest of outcome most vital, the prized Cork County Junior Hurling title. First onto the field in the famed black and amber were the players and subs of our own Castlemagner. There was no sign of nerves as they shimmed around and pucked a few slitters at one end of the ground. Then Ballinhassig came on to tumultuous din. In bright blue and yellow they were favourites to win, with their veterans and stars of the division and county and a couple of ringers who played for the bounty. The teams took their places, the whistle was blown. Right fiery they clashed when the new ball was thrown. Ballinhassig were ready and quick off the mark, and they ran Castlemagner all over the park. When they struck on half time with 2 killer blow goals, the castle selectors were scratching their poles, for the hurling was hard and the marking was tight, and they knew they were in for one hell of a fight. The second half started, it was more of the same. It seemed Ballinhassig were winning the game. Then small Johnny got split and the castlemen raged, and full earnest and fierce in the contest engaged. Christy Sherlock in goals a sure confidence found. Bomber O'Hearn at right full hurled straight off the ground. Davy Mack at full back was beneath every ball, and Dan Casey on the left was the castle's stone wall. John Fitz at right wing played with feather and will, and bamboozled his man with his speed and his skill. With touches picked up on the subaltern rocks, that day he was hurling clean out of his socks. Centre back, small Mick Shea played with vigour and sense, and though short in the shank, was a giant in the fence. At left wing, Paddy Tuig bellied callow youth, playing wicked and quick and a dinger to shoot. Now small Johnny Connell pursued every ball. Our hero at midfield, he mastered them all. Brother Christy beside him, a captain's part played. Sure strong and determined, the tackles he made. The half-forward line too were bright stars of the match. They picked off their scores with great style and dispatch, and thrilled the big crowd with the way they hit back, score for score with the lauded Ballinhassig attack. Right half, Seamus Connell played the game of his life, winning ball after ball as sharp as a knife. Matty Mack on the 40 was a marksman for frees, and Mick Fitz on the right was cool as a breeze. Right corner Ned Barrett played cagey and loose, and combined to truss up the Ballinhassig men's goose. With left corner Dave Barry so quick on the pull, and cook in Hell's Kitchen Dan McCarthy at full. The scores they were level when the last quarter came, and no man dare predict the result of the game. Castlemagner dug deep in their courage and pride. Ballinhassig poured on all the arts of their side. They stormed up the field, their reward was a free that was pointed at ease, and their camp leapt with glee. But the bold black and amber were quick to revive, and levelled again in a slick forward drive. With time running out and all caution forsaking, Ballinhassig charged back, Castle's stout defence shaking. But wave after wave of fierce tide was filed, and our backs standing firm with the crowd going wild. Matty Mack on the 40 was despairingly fouled. Time's up, the Ballinhassig men howled. Bold Matty stepped up with a calmness sublime. 90 yards to the goals and the game on full time. He lifted and struck, the ball flew low and far, headed straight for the post and dropped over the bar. In the pulsating din, the last whistle was blown. Jackie Taylor's old cap to the heavens was thrown. In the Victoria Hotel, the whole team was acclaimed, and Matt Connell was hailed for the victory he famed. Castlemagner were champions, the county was won, Ballinhassig were beaten, all was over and done. They hurried for home in our vans and our cars, and incessantly talked of our heroes and stars. At Roskeen and at Banna the convoy was greeted, and up at the cross all the players were treated. On Subalter Hill a big bonfire was blazing. There was shouting and cheering, much banter and hazing. Small children ran wide-eyed, old folk left their sorrow. Johnny Mac summed it up, there'll be no work tomorrow. In Castle that night there were rich celebrations, with festive commotion and wild jubilations. Eddie Dunhu's bar was packed out to the door, and the championship cup was filled o'er and o'er. Now this great hurling victory brought joy to the parish, a sporting achievement we'll forever cherish. Ballinhassig were good, no skill did they lack, but the great match was won by the amber and black.